Hi guys, Rorschach here. I've got some bad but not surprising news. Alex Jones has been banned from Facebook permanently, and it looks like he's been banned from YouTube as well. This was not unexpected because the leftists in the mainstream are still convinced that the only reason that Hillary Clinton lost that election in 2016 was because of Facebook, really. That's the mindless drones that are the American public. Looked at a few ads, Russian ads, I don't even know if they believe that, on Facebook, and that convinced them to vote for Donald Trump. So this clampdown then on free speech is going to start with Facebook. They don't want any dissenters from the mainstream lefty ideological normality to be remaining on Facebook. They want to make sure that Facebook is pretty much like Twitter, a safe space for progressives to talk their nonsense, to talk their gender wage gap BS, which you get on the television as well. So the left already owns the television pretty much, and now they're really pushing to own the entire internet as well. Mark Zuckerberg, of course, is all on board the progressive agenda, so he's going to help them as much as he can. And it looks like Google, YouTube, is going to be doing the same thing as well, because they've removed Alex Jones's official channel. I'll just read out the news, and this is from CNBC. And the mainstream media is not going to make a big deal about this. They don't want to be talking about the opposition, which they've successfully had no platforms. They want them to just go away, quietly into the night, and then they'll continue like nothing's happened, and like, we'll torture you now. We'll talk for Alex Jones now. This is what no platforming is all about. You get rid of the voice of dissent, and then you talk for that voice and demonise them and lie about them. Okay then. Facebook, Apple and YouTube remove pages and podcasts. So Facebook, Apple and YouTube. I thought there were no conspiracies. Well, they've all acted as one here, thus proving that Alex Jones' conspiracy stuff has been right all along. They've removed pages and podcasts from Alex Jones for hate speech policy violations. Hate speech is an Orwellian term which just means anything which is against the far left progressive consensus. And it's very vague and very discretionary. Perfect term for them. It means that if you say anything that they don't like, they can instantly ban you for hate speech, and they don't even have to define the term what hate speech is. It's just hate. So girly, so feminine. Something that people like George Orwell and Aldous Huxley did not envision, is that the future would be feminine, using the feminine needs to create a safe group environment for children would then be used to justify safety countrywide, nationwide, and stop free speech. Okay. Apple confirmed on Monday that it removed 5 out of 6 podcasts, which included Jones's infamous The Alex Jones Show. Infamous now, is it? Facebook has also removed 4 pages that belong to Jones. YouTube followed suit later, removing his channel from its platform. Really, really, really bad. Anti-free speech. Apple and Facebook said Jones violated hate speech policies. Get used to it. Get used to this hate speech thing on their respective platforms. We've got hate speech laws in the UK right now. I have to be very careful about what I do and do not say here, because I can get arrested. I can get put in prison for this stuff. You've still got the First Amendment in the US, and you really need to start using it whilst you still have it. YouTube removed Jones's official channel because he continued to live stream on other channels, even though he was banned for 90 days due to previous violations. Okay, so the main channel of Alex Jones on YouTube was banned because he was live streaming on other channels. They don't want him to have any platform, any voice whatsoever. They want him on the dark web. They want him with the Daily Stormer. And there's going to be a growing list of people on the dark web now, I guess, because they're going to be no platformed from these leftist consensus corporations. And let's go down on the article a little bit, and I want to talk about what's going on in terms of the Sandy Hook school shooting. This is a big thing because there's lawsuits going on right now. I think Alex Jones is getting sued by many different people, and it's all to do with the Sandy Hook thing. Jones, a controversial conspiracy theorist who has claimed that the 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting was a hoax, has been hit with other content bans from the like of Spotify. Also Spotify as well. More of the conspiracy. Well, it is people working together. All conspiring because they've all got the same political allegiances to the Democratic Party in the US. Okay, so the Sandy Hook school shooting was a hoax thing. I listened to InfoWars last night, and Alex Jones said that over and over and over again that he never said this. But this is why they no platform you, because they'll take something that they claim that you said and they'll just repeat it over and over and over again. You know how it works with them. If you repeat a lie enough times, in the end it becomes a truth, because there's no counterpoint coming from the person that you're lying about. So it's just lie, 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 and silence the person that you're lying about. That's what's happening here. And this is a statement from an Apple spokesman. Apple does not tolerate hate speech. That means, like I said before, that means anyone who's not self-censoring and following far left political, ideological, cultural consensus. And we have clear guidelines that creators and developers must follow to ensure we provide a safe environment, hate speech safety, for all of our users. Podcasts that violate these vague guidelines are removed from our directory, making them no longer searchable for or available for downloading or streaming. We believe in representing a wide range of views. No, you don't. So long as people are respectful to those with different opinions. Well, you're not very respectful to his different opinions. You banned him completely. So this is totalitarian. This is what the left does. They try to no platform you, and this is why when people like Ben Shapiro turn up, yeah, really, and Milo Yiannopoulos turn up their local college, it's not about debate. It's not about talking things through. It's about loudspeakers. It's about setting fires. It's about no platforming, and when that doesn't work, it just gets they go to the violence. They just start showing their true dumb caveman face, which hides behind the facade of peace, tolerance, safety, free speech, and all that kind of stuff. It's just about power. They are power-crazed lunatics who are losing a grip on the culture war at the moment. And a wounded animal is at its most dangerous when it's got nothing left to lose, and it's just lashing out wildly with its claws and snarling and biting, and that's what is happening now. That's what's happening to Facebook and YouTube. They're losing the cultural war, so they're lashing out like a badly wounded animal. So the culture war then has gone to the next stage. It's gone to the no platforming stage, which I expected all along. I expected to happen just before the midterm elections. So I'm not surprised by this, but this is something that we all need to start talking about, because obviously they're going to come for the Daily Stormers, the Richard Spencers, and then the Alex Jones. Who's going to be next? What they want is for the entire internet to be as safe, boring, mundane, and progressively leftist as the television. They want everything to be safe. Safety meaning no free speech whatsoever. That's all I got to say for the time being. What do you think about this? I'll leave a link to the article from CNBC down below. Not surprising, but still very, very unsettling and very, very worrying for anyone who's in favour of free speech, for anyone who's in favour of digging us out of the hole which the progressives have been digging for a long, long time, since the 1960s. And now I guess they're starting to shovel dirt on the people at the bottom of the hole that they have dug, trying to bury Western civilization, free speech, and all the protections that have been hard fought from by brave people like Alex Jones, from totalitarian natured assholes like, well, Google and Facebook and YouTube for a long, long time now. So this is the same old story as before. You've got people who want to control and people who want to be free. And the controllers, unfortunately for us, are the people who seem to own all of the infrastructure. Probably means that Donald Trump needs to turn these public and private institutions into public utilities, so we can get some First Amendment free speech back onto the internet, so people don't have to be so worried about what they do and do not say, and don't have to be worried that they're going to be no platformed as well. The worst thing about this is that people are going to be extremely concerned, a bit like JFG, you know. very concerned that if he says the wrong thing, he's going to get booted off the platform. When people start to get worried about what they can and cannot say, they start to self-censor. When people start to self-censor, well, you haven't got free speech anymore. You've got a weird Soviet Union kind of situation where everyone's looking over their shoulder all the time. Everyone's winking to each other. They're talking in private, but there's no free speech on the press. There's no free speech on the internet. That's the last thing that we want. When free speech goes, everything goes. So cheers, thanks for checking out the vid, looking forward to the comments. I'll catch you all later. See you guys.